Welcome back to the garden, or welcome if it's your first time here. I managed to sneak in a couple of hours this week in the garden. It has been raining for most of the week, and I was also a little bit under the weather. I had a bit of a cough this week, but today I'm having a nice healing day in the garden. My phone is switched off. I'm tidying up, but also we're going to do a new cut flower bed. And this cut flower bed is seed that I got from Lidl that you may remember that I sowed back in, I think, March. And they are screaming to go outside. So I have a nice relaxing garden video for you today to enjoy. So grab a cup of tea and let's see what's growing. Also for reference, I filmed this on the 26th of April. So this is what the garden is looking like coming into May time. I noticed that the trees are after exploding this week with leaves. I think the combination of all the rain and then the bit of sun just made everything go poof. So everything is looking very lush at the minute, which I love to see. Hands up who also gets nostalgia when they see Honesty seed pods. These remind me of being a kid. I love when they go transparent. And this is a self-seeded Honesty, but I think it's a biennial. I didn't have any last year, but I did have some in the previous year. I also have loads of self-seeded Aquilegia popping up in the front garden as well as the back garden, which I love in May. I love Aquilegia for giving you a bit of height in the border in May time. Because May can be a funny one because your spring bulbs are starting to go and then you're waiting for your summer perennials to go into flower. So there can be a lot of foliage, but I love the Aquilegia for a little pop of colour for the month of May. I'm also just tidying up the grass. So I don't do No Mow May, but I do leave patches for the whole summer. So instead of No Mow May, I have some No Mow Summer. So in the back, just around the pond area, I let a patch grow just wild. But to be honest, I don't think there's a lot. It's mainly grass that's in it with some of my nemesis creeping buttercup. If you watched me last year, you'll know that I did a no-dig mini meadow in the front garden. And I trimmed that back in March. So I left it go all winter. I've trimmed it in March and it has loads of foliage. So it'll be interesting to see what grows in that this year. Towards the end of the video, I give a quick look, and you can see what's growing in it. Definitely looks like there's loads of wild carrot in it. There's loads of clover, which was in the grass already. But they're my two wild patches. And then I leave the dandelions that are growing out of the cracks in the front. But I love cutting the grass. I have said it before, it's like free therapy. And there's no shame or judgment here. It's really disappointing when I see people online. Gardening is fun. So when I see people bashing each other for not mowing, or it's just disappointing. If you have a patch of grass, fair play to you. Some people have a concrete slab and they have to garden in pots. So this is a judgment-free zone here. A job that I have left till the very last minute is pruning back these mop-head hydrangeas. I usually do it early April, but I just didn't get around to doing it. Mop-head hydrangeas flower on new wood, so if you cut it back too far, you will get lots of foliage and growth, but you won't get any flowers. Now this is just for this variety. If you have paniculata, you can cut them earlier and you can cut them back harder. So I am just taking off the dead heads on these because, touch wood, on my side of the island, we shouldn't get any frost, touch wood. And usually people will leave the flower heads on them just to protect them from frost over winter. And now it is time to make this year's sweet pea teepees. So I have lots of just bamboo sticks. Last year I failed with sweet peas. The year before I thrived. This year I'm hoping to thrive again. I cleared out one of the cut flower beds that had some spring bulbs that had died back. And in this, I'm going to sow the sweet peas, and I used the grow lights on these. So if you saw the video back in March, I experimented with grow lights. I got amazing germination compared to what I usually get. And these seeds, they are crying to be planted outside. They have some roots on them. So the weather looks like it's warmer for the rest of the week. So I decided today was the day to set up this cut flower bed. I'm going to do the sweet pea teepees. And these are sweet peas that I just got in Lidl. So I think they were like 50 cents or €1. I'm not too sure. But I was like, I'm going to try and see, because sometimes people ask me like, oh, is there, a difference with the cheaper seeds versus, the fancy ones? So let's see, we'll have a little experiment. I'm also going to sow in some cornflower that I sowed again back in March under the grow lights. And these are also packets of seeds from Lidl. So I'm hoping these two plants planted together will give me a nice abundance of colour throughout summer, but also lots of cut flowers, because the great thing about them is if you keep cutting them back, they will keep growing until the first frost. And I absolutely adore the scent of sweet pea. If anybody can recommend either a perfume or something that has that scent of sweet pea so that I can wear it and enjoy it all year round, please let me know in the comment section. If you are wondering why am I only wearing one glove in this video, I normally don't wear gloves in the garden, but I had a blister on my left hand. So this isn't a new gardening trend. This isn't Michael Jackson with a sparkly glove trend in the garden. I just had a blister on my left hand that I didn't want to get like muck in, and plasters usually slip off. So that is why I am wearing the glove today. So as always, let me know in the comment section how you're getting on with your garden so far. I have moments where I feel quite behind, but then I have moments where I'm sticking out seedlings and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm a bit further along than I thought. But don't be fooled, there is messy corners here. My seating area is an absolute riot of seed trays, pots, broken pots, and things that I need to plant. If you saw last week's video, I went to a rare and unusual plant sale, and those plants are sitting in that area. They need to be planted. So don't be fooled if this video looks like I know what I'm doing. This week I do. Next week I won't. Have you had any wins in the garden and any fails? If you would like some longer garden videos, or you just want to catch up on any of the ones that you've missed so far this year, then do check out the Cottage Garden playlist where all of the garden videos are listed in order and you can check them out. So if you're only getting started in the garden this year, don't worry, loads of time, you are not behind. And if you're looking for some inspiration, then I share my wins and my fails and my messy corners in the garden videos, which you'll find on that playlist. For anyone who's interested in becoming a member, you can also check out the members area where there is exclusive member-only Q&As that you can check out, and you can also catch the videos ad-free. Was like, how would you say, I treated it like an unpaid hobby. I said no just there after Christmas because element, and I am fighting back the tears. I could fall in love with an absolute millionaire.